Pokémon Emerald, a game filled with powerful legendaries, terrifying champions and tiny raccoons. Meet Zigzagoon, a Route 101 trash panda with stats of wet cardboard. Normally you catch one, let it pick up items for a while and then box it forever. But what if we didn't? What if I tried to beat all of Pokémon Emerald, every gym leader, the Elite Four and the champion only using Zigzagoon? Okay, so let's take a look at our beautiful Zigzagoon. An adamant nature, nothing special, level 5, tackle and tail whip, a very basic moveset and everything we will learn. Let's jump in. The rules are simple. Only Zigzagoon can be used to damage opponents. Zigzagoon cannot evolve, no Linoon safety net. I'm only allowed to use Zigzagoon learns throughout level up, TMs or HMs that he can actually learn. I can use other Pokemon but only for HM purposes outside of battle. We started off by defeating some Poochyena for attack EVs just to gain some little more power, and then we healed our Pokemon and went to the first trainers in the early game. And when you have step normal attacks, it's not difficult. We're overleveled already and we're going to our dad to help Wally catch his beautiful starter Ralts, and of course he caught it in his first Pokeball. When we reached level 9, something important happened. We got ourselves Headbutt, a 70 attack normal type move that can flinch, very important for our run. And let's go to the gym leader. The first real challenge stands in front of us, Roxanne, the rock type gym leader, and if you know your typing chart, you know that normal type moves are resisted by rock types. Yeah, not great when your Zigzagoon entire early moveset is basically just tackle and headbutt. So we went to Roxanne and we were fighting the first trainer with a Geodude, and of course it's a very defensive Pokemon rock type. It resists everything we do, but with Headbutt we get a few flinches, we use Tail Whip to lower down his defense and we get eventually through. These battles are perfect for training my Zigzagoon because of course we're not really over leveled anymore because of the resistance. So I defeated all the 3 trainers, I didn't skip any of them, and eventually we made it to Roxanne. After defeating the first trainers into the gym, we went to Roxanne and tried to beat her the first time. And of course, if you look at the level difference, we're not really over leveled, we're the same level and our age is even higher. The first 2 Pokemon she got are Geodude and she's just setting up defense curls, not really attacking me, and eventually I have to battle the Nose Pass with Harden, Rock Tomb and just another attack. And as you can see, I'm already down. I use Sand Attack just to hope that he misses Rock Tomb, but eventually we go down. On my second attempt things were a lot smoother. I leveled Zigzagoon all the way up to level 26 by clearing every available trainer battle and doing some old-fashioned wild grinding, and yeah, the power boost made a huge difference. With extra levels, most of Roxanne's team could be taken out with 2 hits. I even got lucky with a couple of critical hits along the way. Plus, since my Zigzagoon was much faster now, the speed drops of Rock Tomb didn't really matter. Me and my little raccoon grabbed the first badge, stuffed it into our pocket and set our sights on the next challenge, Brawly. The second gym is right around the corner, Brawly, the fighting type gym leader, and if you know your typing chart, you know that fighting is the only super effective typing against normal types. And yeah, that's not exactly ideal when Zigzagoon is basically made of paper. It isn't just a bad matchup, it's a straight up nightmare. Brawly's Makihita could hit like a truck and send our Zigzagoon to the Shadow Realm. After the nightmare matchup I was expecting, the Brawly fight turned out to be a complete joke. I was so overleveled from grinding for Roxanne that I ended up defeating Brawly on my first try. And not just barely, I straight up one-shot his entire team. Compared to Roxanne's rock types who could actually take hits, there was zero resistance here. No bulky defense, no scary counters, just unevolved fighting types trying their best, but with base stats not much higher than Zigzagoon's. I absolutely steamrolled this part of the game, no evolved Pokemon, no huge stat gaps, just a fair fight against Pokemon around Zigzagoon's own level and strength. Me and Zigzagoon walked out of the gym with the second gym badge in hand and barely even broke a sweat. The road between Brawly and Watson was honestly a complete massacre. Every trainer, every wild Pokemon, one-shot. Zigzagoon wasn't just winning fights, it was erasing opponents. Outsped everything, one-shot everything, the game couldn't really keep up with me anymore. But looming in the distance was Watson, and Watson is where the fun starts to fall apart. His Magnetone alone is a massive problem. Steel typing is a nightmare for normal types. Not only does it resist Zigzagoon's entire normal type moveset, but it's also super bulky, and we have the constant threat of Thunder Wave to crippling my speed. And there's a fast Manectric waiting in the back to clean up this fight. This was not going to be a steamroll. I started thinking about my options. Rock Smash was one of the few moves Zigzagoon could learn that actually hit steel for super effective damage. But the problem, Rock Smash is weak, like really weak. No step, low base power, it's a massive drop off compared to my usual normal type moves. Heading into Watson, I was sitting at level 30, only a few levels higher than when I fought Roxanne and Brawly. I'd figure I'd give Zigzagoon a cherry berry to help him deal with the paralysis from Thunderwave, but as it turns out, that really didn't matter much. Magneton was an absolute wall, even with the cherry berry shaking off paralysis once didn't change the fact that Magneton could hit me multiple times before I could take it down. Combo of Supersonic confusing me and the Sonic Boom dealing guaranteed damage was brutal. Thanks to being paralyzed again later in the fight, my Zigzagoon actually got outsped by Manectric and Shockwave was all it took. Zigzagoon fainted, and I had to try again. After that rough attempt, I went back and trained. I battled every single trainer I could find around Marvel City and anything to give Zigzagoon a better shot. But even with the extra levels, things didn't start off perfectly. During the fight, Electrike's static ability triggered, paralyzing Zigzagoon and burning my cherry berry way earlier than I wanted. So when Magneton came out, it hit me with Thunderwave, and this time there was no cure to it. But somehow it just didn't matter. The paralysis never kicked in, not once. Zigzagoon powered through like an absolute champion, letting every single headbutt without missing a beat. Manectric followed shortly after, and just like that, me and Zigzagoon walked away with our 3rd gym badge. After beating Watson, the next was the 4th gym, but before I could go there, Team Magma's leader Moxie was waiting for me at the top of Mount Chimney. At this point I realized I needed to adjust my strategy a bit. Headbutt was carrying me hard, but with only 15 PP it just wasn't enough for multiple battles back to back. So I decided to teach Zigzagoon Secret Power, a solid normal type move with the same power as Headbutt but with new bonus effect depending on the environment, most importantly more PP to work with. I defeated Moxie and went to the next gym. The 4th gym was ridiculously easy. Honestly, I spent more time getting lost in the maze, which by the way isn't even a puzzle with switches, it's just me constantly falling through the wrong holes over and over again. I was struggling more with the gravity than with the actual gym leader. Speaking of the gym leader, Flannery was next up, the fire type specialist. But at this point Zigzagoon had hit level 41 and learned Belly Drum. For anyone unfamiliar, Belly Drum cuts your HP in half but instantly maxes out your attack stat, a full +6 boost. If I'm confident that the opponent can't knock me out right after, it's basically game over for them. And since I was overleveled, I outspeed pretty much everything anyway. I even gave Zigzagoon a raspberry just in case of Flannery's Pokemon tried to burn me and ruin the setup. But honestly, I didn't even need it. I was way too strong, Flannery's entire team went down like dominoes. Patch number 4 secured. The 5th gym is not just any gym, it was Norman, the normal type gym leader, my in-game dad, the man who literally raised me, and now stood between me and my 5th badge. But this wasn't just some family-friendly sparring match, this fight marked a turning point in the run. For the first time I wasn't just fighting unevolved Pokemon anymore, from there on out it was fully evolved teams. The level gap was closing, the base sets were catching up, and suddenly Zigzagoon wasn't the biggest fish in the pond anymore. I couldn't just one-shot everything like before. And Norman doesn't play around. This guy is packing Slacking, one of the strongest non-legendary Pokemon in the entire game. Stats wise, he's basically legendary, an absolute monster. The only thing holding it back is its ability, Truant, which forces it to waste every other turn loafing around. But if you don't handle that right, if you mess up even once, Slacking will delete your entire team like nothing happened. People counter it with clever plays like spamming Protect or stall out round turns or outspeeding it to set up before it gets a chance to strike. That's the key to beating Norman, and exactly what I did. 5 turns, that's all it took. Zigzagoon completely walled the gym in under 3 minutes. Easy, lemon squeezy. But that might be strong, but not strong enough to stop me and my raccoon. Badge number 5 done. The 6th gym was next up, Winona, the flying type gym leader. I was sitting at level 47 and for the first time it really felt like the game was catching up. Fully evolved Pokemon with real base stat totals, no more baby tier fights. Her team, Tropius, Pelipper, Skarmory and Altaria. All bulky, all tough. But even with that, the fight wasn't exactly hard. I set up a belly drum, went to +6 like usual and start firing off headbutts. Most of our team already folded, but then the Skarmory. For the first time in the run, my +6 headbutt didn't one-shot something. Skarmory survived. And that was the moment that generally scared me. If a random gym Pokemon can take max out hit, what does that mean for the Elite Four and the Champion? I still won without any real danger, Altaria went down, and badge number 6 was mine, but for the first time, this fight shifted my perspective. This wasn't going to be a clean sweep forever, the real challenge was still waiting ahead. Before I could move on to the 7th gym, which might be the toughest battle in the entire run, I had some storyline business to take care of. Team Aqua, Team Magma, the usual evil teams trying to awaken ancient weather gods and ruin the world. But honestly, this was the perfect chance to pick up some more XP for Zigzagoon. Most of the grunts were rocking level 31 to level 35 Pokemon, not even fully evolved, so yeah, Zigzagoon shredded through them like paper. Around this time I also made a small but important change to my moveset. I decided to teach Zigzagoon Shockwave. Not for power, but because Shockwave never misses. After a few too many annoying moments relying on headbutt and watching it miss at the worst times, having a guaranteed hit just felt safer. With more levels under my belt and more reliable moveset, it was time to take on the 7th gym, and things were about to get serious. The 7th gym, easily the fight I was dreading the most, not only because of the Pokemon themselves, but because the gym comes with a huge twist. It's a double battle. And if you remember rule 1, only Zigzagoon is allowed to do damage. That creates a massive problem. In double battles you have to bring 2 Pokemon, that means my second Pokemon is just there, useless. But the problem, the gym's team, Tate and Lisa, with Lunatone and Solrock, both are part rock types, which means they resist normal type moves. Yeah, not ideal when my whole strategy is to click headbutt really hard. I went in knowing this could be the wall and end the run, but the battle started better than expected. For the first 2 turns, both Pokemon completely ignored Zigzagoon. They targeted my extra Pokemon instead, letting me safely settle Bellydrum without taking a single hit. A dream start. But of course, the luck couldn't last. Right after that I got hit by a hypnosis and put my Zigzagoon straight to sleep. But luckily I had some Chesto berries and could snap out of the sleep, because staying asleep in this fight is basically a guaranteed loss. From there it was all or nothing. Zigzagoon now at the +6 attack, starting outspeeding both opponents. But just as it was about to finish, Solrock fired a Solar Beam. In the sun, critical hit. Zigzagoon held on sliver of health, fighting for its life on the last headbutt, and Solrock went down. Badge number 7, somehow mine. Also, I realized I forgot to mention something important earlier. Just before the 7th gym I added Shadow Ball to Zigzagoon's moveset. A great tool for hitting ghost types, and it adds some much needed coverage to my very normal, very raccoon based strategy. Compared to everything I've faced so far, the 8th gym was honestly one of the easiest battles in the entire run. Even factoring in the levels and higher base stat of Pokemon, this gym barely felt like a challenge. As always, Bellydrum carried me hard, and the setup was completely free thanks to leader Juan's Lovedeck's lead. It didn't hit hard, it wasn't fast, and even its one real threat, Sweet Kiss, to confuse me, missed. After that the fight was basically over before it started. With the final badge in the bag, Zigzagoon and I were fully prepared. Victory Road, the Elite Four and the Champion, it's all that stands between us and proving that the tiny striped raccoon can take down the entire Hoenn region. Coming up, the Elite Four. 4 different types, back-to-back battles, and plenty of ways things can go wrong. Dark, Ghost, Ice and Dragon. 4 very different types, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Some try to stall me, others hit super hard, and a few using status moves like Confusion, Burn or Paralysis to mess me up. This is the final test for me and Zigzagoon before we battle the champion. Let's see if our little raccoon can actually do it. First up is Sydney, the dark type trainer. His lead, Mygiana, starts with Intimidate, dropping my attack by 1 stage right away. Not a great start, but I trust Zigzagoon. I go for Bellydrum anyway, betting that Mygiana won't do enough damage to stop me. And it works. I survive the next hit, set up my attack to max, and from there it's an easy sweep. Sydney never stood a chance. Then it's the ghost type trainer Phoebe. This fight is a bit weird. Bellydrum isn't really helpful here since my main move headbutt doesn't work against ghost types at all. Luckily I've got Shadow Ball. A lot of our Pokemon can't hit Zigzagoon back very well. The only real issue here is Dusclops, which is ridiculously bulky and loves to waste time with moves like Protect and status moves. But after some back and forth I push through and move on without any huge problems. Third is Glacia, the ice type trainer. This one was a joke. I use Bellydrum, she clicks Hail, and that's pretty much the end. Our Pokemon are too slow to stop me. With max attack I just spam headbutt and the entire team melts away, well, like ice. Then comes Drake, the dragon type master. His lead, Shelgon, always starts with Protect, which is actually perfect for me. I know what's coming, so I set up Bellydrum for free. After that it's just me bulldozing through a team of dragons with boosted headbutts, no question asked. 4 trainers down, 1 left, me and Zigzagoon to the Champion Wallace.
1 trainer, 1 raccoon, 1 dream. To be the best. The end is coming. Prepare now. And we lost.
The final battle, me and my Zigzagoon, against Champion Wallace, the strongest trainer in Hoenn. The first try, yeah, it did not go so well. His lead Wailord was an absolute wall. I couldn't settle Bellydrum and Wailord just kept hitting me over and over with water spout. But I wasn't giving up now. I went back in round 2 and things started looking way better. Wailord for some reason decided to use Blizzard instead of a stronger move. It hit, but it didn't knock me out. And the best part, no rain dance. That means his Ludicolo, one of the most annoying and fastest Pokemon, didn't get a speed boost in the rain. This was huge. With no rain, nothing on his team could outspeed me. I set up my belly drum, maxed out my attack, and Zigzagoon started tearing through Wallace's team like an absolute legend. And with the final headbutt, it was over. Me and my Zigzagoon are new champions. Thanks for watching this crazy challenge. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe for more and let me know in the comments what challenge should I do next.